Welcome to Gas, Poetry, Art, and Music. I'm your host, Belinda Subraman.
Outside the Sunflower Market in Boulder, Colorado, July. The young woman wears blue and white snowflake pajama pants and a pink fake fur sweater. She lugs 2 eco-green market bags full of groceries. Oranges and bananas are heaped on top of each bag, ready to spill with each footstep. I ask her if she needs any help with a heavy load. The woman glares at me with cat's eye marbles, filling onion lenses of her thick glasses. On tiptoes, she jumps back, clutching the grocery bags like threatened infants. Sorry, I say, and walk to the other side of the street. Moments later, I hear a loud shh sound in her direction. It's the girl with anime eyes, squishing her market bags tight. Her hiss is rhythmic, like a sweating water sprinkler. She warns me away with her constant sss, sss, sss. After she turns the corner near 14th, the sound of steam dissipates, quieted further by the calming sycamores. I slither down the damp side street, whistling between my teeth and split tongue under boughs of alligator pines.
Hi, I'm Beth Copeland, and this is my book, Cashorali Blue, 36 Views of the Peak, published this year by Red Hawk Publications. It's a collection of photographs and poems. If you're wondering what the word shibori means, it's a Japanese word, and it refers to an intricate form of tie-dyeing. And I came up with that word because I thought the clouds in this cover photograph resemble tie-dye. The book came about because I started taking a lot of photographs, usually at least once a day, of the mountain that I see from my deck, and it's called The Peak. Kind of wish it had a more poetic name, but you work with what you've got. And I would post those photos on my Facebook page, and people would often say that it reminded them of Mount Fuji. And then my friend Mark Berman took it a step further and said, you should write 36 poems about the peak, just as the Japanese artist Hokusai published 36 views of Mount Fuji. So this is what I did, and the poems are tanka, which is also, a tribute to Hokusai. I'm going to read 4 of the tanka, and this is from a picture taken in the winter. Dragon Breath Sunrise. Was the mountain forged in fire, or from tectonic plates colliding? The peak is older than dinosaur bones. And then a poem from the spring. Blue stratus clouds resemble a mountain range seen from a distance. The mirrored eye, a mirage. We see rivers in the rain. A summer poem. Tonight, the mountain is a dark dorsal fin in an ocean of sky. Is there another mountain under the mountain? a shark. And the final poem in the book, smoke on the mountain, spiraling up to the sky like incense or prayers, a wish for healing and peace for all sentient beings. Thank you so much, Belinda, for giving me an opportunity to share my work, and thank you all for listening.
Madly at night, within castle walls, without light, he lies awake hearing rats, imagining galloping horses that eat skin to get to bread, and onions that would eat anything he would feed them poison. A carcass appears on a golden floor. It is as big as a tomcat, a small horse elephant charging in his dream. He slumbers soon after, learning to ignore the bugs whose job it is to hide before he conjures light, whose small feet make no noise. Awake hearing rats, imagining galloping horses that eat skin to get to bread, and onions that would eat anything he would feed them. Poison, the carcass appears on a golden foot. It is as big as a tomcat, a small horse elephant charging in his tree. He slumbers soon after, learning to ignore the bugs whose job it is to hide before he conjures light, whose small feet make no noise.
The boxes of things taped and saved from 3 moves back. Library of every book. Jewel box of keepsakes. Files on the hard drive. Email archive. Journals of then what happened. Way we've thought of ourselves since in our 20s. Chronicle of how things work compiled over decades. Soul made by pacing the earth. Spirit distilled drop by drop from every lived instant. Mind risen from traffic on rural roadways. Body of cellular billions built live from molecules. And what shall we hope for? That these things enter the permanent collection and we be their museum forever? Or to be relieved of them? To be where the old apartment building stood, where the breeze comes and goes and nothing stops it. Multiverse. Somewhere in the brain we live other lives. Haven't left our hometown, married differently. Didn't stop for a drink driving home that night. We did or didn't catch that disease, weren't quite quick enough and got hit by that car, didn't survive the injuries, died. There was or was not an afterlife. We burned forever in hell, reincarnated again, resolved into recyclables, zeroed in oblivion. So many options, no escapes. That multiverse they talk about, that's us, spreading out through it all at the speed of light. Already everywhere, being human, what it means. The departed. They come back and slowly heal from what they died of. The disease, dementia, even the despair that found relief in suicide. Slowly they regain themselves, the ones we loved, who they'd been, who they were becoming when what happened to them happened, their humor or their certainty, that delicate, not reproduced way in which they met the world that never fully registered in our knowing, here again, as if having gone as far away from us as they could go, there's nothing left but to return. But before they can come back, they first must leave for good, into we never will see them again, and we learn to live without who we cannot live without.
The Mermaid Queen. The sky is my open window, my bed, granules of ancient shells and sea urchins. My sea glass eyes beg the winds to rest and stop frothing up the volcanic ash that clouds your face. I ache for your watery fingers to reach around my seaweed waist and pull me to your depths. Let your lunar pulse capture the curve of my sandy breast and shoulder. Once the tide rinses me clean, I will taste only the salt of you, until every grain sinks into your wanting foam.
The raven flies at Edgar Allan Poe's Baltimore Sun, Saturday on this sunny afternoon. The summer heat has surrounded us. Beneath Westminster space of Edgar Allan Poe, the water flows on the Chesapeake Bay to the ancestors, to the living poems, lumen, poets of tomorrow. The sunlight will begin a new day and verses as the raven dances in the sky. It's no secret that the raven gives us the light, a song of the moon, a movement in the darkness of war. The heart grows into harmony and joy, a rare moment of a time, opening our eyes to a universal sunshine, living through our time, waiting for the raven to fly on. Give us harmony at this time, with a laughter and a smile.
This is not a dream, neither is it real. Subdued by champagne hair, cardinal lips that kiss infinity, eyes so wide and hazel, and the word endurance carved upon a table, knowing only what it does not mean. I wait within your silence as if waiting late at night on an unlit vacant train, one to take me far beyond where I wish to go. I watch your fragile frame envelop frozen vapor, eyes turn into snakes that have lost their prey. Cautious fingers sift a flourishing mound of ash. 1,000 nights contract into a single day. There is a you pronounced within me, the rigour of a mind throwing down its cable, a beacon that repeats, a signal that seems fatal. I, your sole witness, have no choice but to recant, your face turning slowly from its own inversion, evolves inexplicably into every other face. This is not a dream, neither is it real. It is what it is, a god gazing at its own navel. The word endurance carved upon a table.
This is arguing with myself over sushi. I was standing in line for buffet sushi when my adolescent self emerged from my plate, scornfully asking if I've lost myself. I think about telling the unburdened version of myself a defeated man can bleed enough to change the world, but instead I relay what I've learned about love after a poorly crafted double date. Love can be found at the intersection of science and art. When inspiration and perspective has been graphed, you may find yourself marrying the woman who is currently trying to bang your roommate. Research the math behind your passion, and you'll amount to more than just the meat suit the universe has thrust you into. Considering your devotion to myth, I surmise that philosophizing with you would be like masturbating at Thomas Paine's funeral. If there's nobody around, then why even fucking bother? Realizing I'll need to speak our common tongue, if I hope to debate the metrics of morality, I begin by drawing a vacation land of dicks across the pimpled cheeks of my immaturity. Water skiing dicks cutting the lake, dick golfers fighting sand tracks, volleyball dicks spiking the line. Consumed by the desire to outgrow my vocabulary, my younger self takes the marker from my now self, drawing havoc-causing dicks across the goofy man face of my maturity. Dick pilots bombing the intersections of my perfectly creased brow. Pirate dicks pillaging the astute fields of my engaging cheekbones. Dick ninjas descending the cracked lines of my auspicious nose. When my younger self drew dicks on my now self, we fell face first into a tray of tuna rolls, the outward expression of my inner moral argument layered with dead fish and sticky rice, finding common ground in the unsympathetic language of dick jokes, knowing heroes make better sandwiches than people.
Non-fungible tchotchkes. Non-fungible tchotchkes. Fake toys paid with play money. You gamble with what you do not have for what you cannot touch. Better off buying a lottery ticket. You got better odds at the casino. Make more money selling fruit. Broken toys make better investments. Cartoons are free on the tube. No substitute for union benefits. And why not make your own art?
Thank you for listening and watching Gas, Poetry, Art, and Music. If you'd like to encourage us, please subscribe to our channel, Like, comment if you will, share, and tell your friends about our project. And we hope to see you next time